Presented by the Daily Free Press, this is Unmasked. Welcome back to Unmasked, the storytelling podcast that uncovers the thoughts, feelings, and voices of the BU community. I'm your host, Adam Lazowski. As spring break approaches, many students are finalizing their travel plans, while others plan to remain on campus. Break can be a time to return home and reestablish connections with their roots. Sometimes, a sense of home is not related to where someone physically lives, but is defined by feelings, memories, and people. For this episode of Unmasked, we wanted to take a dive into how people would describe their concept of home. Now let's turn it over to our field reporting segment, where we ask people what is their idea of home. Hi, I'm Adam Lazowski, your field reporter for today.
And I'm Veronica Thompson, your other field reporter.
And we're at GSU today asking students a specific question.
Our question for this week is, what is your idea of home? How would you describe home and what makes home for you?
I feel like home isn't necessarily a place, it's more of the people you surround yourself with. So home is just where you're comfortable with the people you love.
I think home is all about the people you live with. So as long as the people is there and you have like the just the feeling and atmosphere of like love and just like be loved in general, there's home there.
I think home is the idea of having trust in the place that you're at that moment.
It's just like where my friends and family are. I really do miss them a lot. Being at school is hard sometimes because I just want to be with my family and with my pets and just all that stuff. And so like being home is being with them really. I never really want to be too far away from them so I can go see them whenever I want.
My idea for home is a place I love and the people I love. So I think home is like Boston because I'm here with my boyfriend. So I think maybe Boston University is just my home. Yeah.
So my idea of home is not only just where your family is, but also where your friends are and sort of the environment of like where you have your best memories. Not exactly, and usually that comes from where you've lived the longest because that's where most of your memories are. But yeah, just your best memories make up where your home is.
I would say that my idea of home would be the people that I am with, just because as a college student who goes to school on the East Coast and lives on the West Coast, it's harder to think of home as a place when you move around so much. So I feel like one of my homes is here with the people I've met at college, like my roommates, is that like that's home. My apartment here is home. But then when I say, I'm going back home, that could mean a lot of different things also for me because my parents live in two different households. So it's also like where my families plural are. So I would say home for me is definitely people.
I think home is where one feels comfortable and where I can stay without any pressure. And there's a word in Spanish called querencia. I think that defines my home.
What does that word mean?
It means a place where one feels safe or at which one's strength of character is drawn, and a place where one feels at home.
Thank you so much. That was so interesting.
How I would describe home is somewhere where you feel comfortable and safe and warm, and you're surrounded with people that really care about you, and it's sort of like a unity type of thing. And yeah.
How would you describe home, or what is home to you?
A sense of comfort.
You want to say more
on that?
Just like a feeling of feeling safe, like being safe in the place that you are, whether it's like who you're with or like the place that you're in, just a overwhelming of like safety, feeling of safety.
It's a place that you feel safe and like you're surrounded by people that you love and you can be yourself.
I would say that something that reminds me of home, or what I define as home, is maybe family, because like you can always move like houses or different locations, but as long as you have like your family around, and like sometimes like family will bring in like a certain smell or certain foods that you usually make, and that kind of like brings back like that feeling of being at home. And yeah.
Home is wherever my friends and family are. Yeah, I know that sounds pretty corny, but definitely my friends and family there would make me feel at home.
To me, home is comfort, like being comfortable existing. It's not always a place, it's more of a feeling.
Well, I think home to me is some place I feel safe or like a private space for me. So like, I think I always need some time to stay with myself alone. So I think maybe just my room can be considered as my home even. Like, I'm studying in America now and I'm a Chinese, so I still consider my house as a home. Yeah.
For me, it's family dinners. So back home, we would every single day, regardless of what was going on that day, it was always 7 or 8 o'clock. Like, we'd always sit down as a family and have dinner together, like no matter what was happening. It was like everybody stop what you're doing and we're having dinner now. And so that was like my sense of home.
Hi. You can do this.
This is Lazowski, your field reporter for today. And the question is, what is home to you? Or how would you describe home?
To me, home is where my house is.
This week we wanted to include some of our own commentary as field reporters as a result of listening to some of the responses from the students around GSU. So stay tuned for that, as it'll be coming up soon.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like this episode, like the question we chose had a lot of potential, but I think a lot of people said basically the same thing.
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion about people in their lives.
Yeah.
Specific individuals who allow them to feel a sense of safety, maybe a sense of unity as a part of family. And I feel maybe we should have asked a bit more in depth about who those people are in your life.
Yeah, because everybody would have had like a kind of different answer for like who the people are, who they're talking about, whether it's friends or family. I think we could have dove deeper in that regard and not gotten like the same kind of answer. But I really like the family dinners one. That was quite unique, and that person like didn't even need like our help to like be prompted with ideas. They just came up with that, and that was very sweet and specific. I like that.
Yeah, I personally really connect with that one because my family as well, probably yours as well. Every night without end, unless I'm at college now.
Yeah.
I try to have family dinners every night with everyone. Discuss topics, discuss news, discuss family issues, or any positives that happen throughout the time. So
yeah, and you just all come together in that moment, and that's like home. Like, home is a place you return to, like in music. Middle C is home. You always come back to home.
Yeah.
Cool. I really like the one the home is where your house is.
Yeah.
Because nobody else thought to say that.
A little bit of sarcasm in there, but I like it.
Me too.
Simple.
Very nice. Okay, cool.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Unmasked, presented by the Daily Free Press. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday to hear the latest episode and find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Our podcast archive is located at tfpress.co/listen, where you can listen to previous episodes of Unmasked and hear people share their takes on intriguing topics. Once again, this is your host, Lazowski, signing off until we meet again. Goodbye.